It's been another lovely day on the farm, don't you think? Well, I'm gonna pour me a cup of coffee real quick. There we go. And we got a lot that we gotta do today. Now, this is day 2 for us on the farm. And, you know, I wanna... we haven't really, like, checked things out, right? We've checked, you know, the basic farm, like where we're storing all our stuff, all that fun stuff. We checked that out. But what we haven't done is actually gone and see the fields. Oh, look at those crows. So I'm going to take the gator out and go check out some of these fields. But I also was on a phone call last night with some of the members or the salesman from the dealership, as well as some other guys, and we got some big stuff coming, and I'm gonna have to take a trip down to the dealer and pick some stuff up. So because we're new to this entire thing and we haven't really you know, been involved with farming too much, they thought it would be a good idea to let me try out some of the new precision equipment that they got. And they're gonna let us, I wouldn't say demo, but they're gonna let us try for some time some equipment. So we're gonna have to run down there and pick that up. But first, I want to check out this big field. I don't know if there's actually a field approach to it or not. Oh yeah, right here. Okay. So I want to check this out, see what's planted, because it is getting close to harvest time. Oh, this is soybeans. Okay. So if you could see, and I'll pull up the tablet here once we head back. You know, there's different soil types and all kinds of that, you know, stuff like that. And we're gonna have to once we harvest most of this coming up in the fall, or in a month or so, we're gonna have to go through and realistically, because we have no data on any of these fields, soil types, anything like that, we're gonna have to go through, take soil samples from every field we have, send that off to get processed, and then we're gonna be able to use all this equipment that we're gonna be getting to, you know, do custom stuff like custom seeding, fertilizer spreading, all that fun stuff. So it looks like this field here is all soybean, which is nice. And we're gonna go up here. There's a couple fields up here I want to check out and see. Now again, I'm new to all of this, and that's why they thought it would be a good idea, instead of trying to, you know, fully learn everything and then relearn it. Well, you know, if I wanted to do this precision package that they wanted, you know, that they're offering, if I wanted to do that later, they figured, why don't you just start here? It's gonna cost a little up front. They're gonna, again, let me kind of, I want to, again, not demo it, but test it. Okay, that field's harvested. That looked like used to be soy. Used to be, oh, okay. What's the, yeah, see, you could, it's, there, we got no data on it. So we got a lot of work that we're gonna have to do this fall, and we're gonna actually probably start right here in this field while we're waiting for some of that other stuff to grow, because this is a large field, so it's gonna take a lot of work. And I'll kind of explain that to you here once we get to it. But we're gonna go back. I didn't realize how big that field was and that it was already harvested. So we're gonna go back. We're gonna make sure the low boy's hooked up. Take a drive downtown to the John Deere dealership and pick some equipment up there. All right, so here's the equipment that we're going to be picking up today. It's 5 pieces, actually. Well, yeah, 5 pieces, technically. So the first one we're going to be picking up, this is a slurry tank with variable rate. So it's going to be able to detect, and we'll go over this more in depth later, but it's essentially going to be able to produce and lay out the specific amount of slurry we need for that specific part of the field. So as we're going across, it's only going to spray what it needs to. Same thing with the sprayer here that we're going to mainly be running herbicide in. It's going to do the same. It's going to detect where weeds are via all the sensors on here, and with the precision pieces that we got here in a minute that I'll show you. and it's going to spray only what it needs to. And essentially, it's going to save us on resources. It's going to protect the environment by not spraying as much as we need, or by spraying only what we need. And then it's also going to make us go a little quicker, especially with the acreage that we're covering. And then finally, we got a solid fertilizer sprayer with, again, variable rate on it. So it's going to do the same. If, you know, if any sort of aspect, whether it's the pH, whether it's the nitrogen, which is the solid fertilizer, any factor of that is low or high or whatnot, it's going to be able to recognize that with the applications we're going to be doing and be able to adjust to effectively make those appropriate changes so that we have a good yield in the end of the day. And then that's where these two pieces come in. So this first piece here is essentially two large sensors on the end and a bunch of sensors in the middle that work with specifically the herbicide sprayer over there. It's going to allow us to detect those weeds, detect things like that. Now we also, I don't know if they have any machines around here. We can look, yeah, right here. So you can see these white boxes, one on either side. We actually have one actually on our 8RT that John Deere came out and put on. Essentially, it's the same form as these here, as this proactive sensor. The only difference is they're a little bit smaller, and they only work during the day. That's the only difference. So, other than that, that's the same. Again, we do have one tractor back at the house that they already came and put that on. And then additionally, this is what we're going to be using to take samples with in our field that we're going to be covering a lot today of and doing a lot of. And this is going to be used to send samples out for processing to determine what type of soil we have, you know, what the pH level is, what all that, the nitrogen level, all that fun stuff is at the current time of those samples. And then we'll be able to adjust it for next season. So we're going to get this loaded up. I have a feeling we're going to have to come back and get the slurry tank. But I'm pretty sure we can fit the rest of this on there. So we're going to work with John Deere to get this loaded up and get out of here so that we can head back and start doing some samples. Okay, we're just getting back here. We got everything loaded up. Now, the only thing we couldn't bring back was the slurry tank, and luckily the dealer was able to run that down. They had to come out to another farm, so they dropped that off on the way, just parked it up there. So we got to unload these, and it's this fertilizer cart's going to be a little sketchy, as you can see. But we're going to go grab one of the... actually, I could probably just grab the tractor that's right in there, and then we're going to unload all this stuff and get it kind of situated here. So let's see if we can't go inside. Yeah, we should be able to use this bad boy right here. That should be just enough, or more than enough, I should say. So let's get in here. We'll fire it up. Get our bucket lifted. And this should be perfect for getting all that off. We should be able to drive right up the ramps here and hook up. Okay, there we go. It's actually, let's lift this up a little bit more. There we go. Yeah, we'll lift that up just a little bit more. You know what I gotta do? Gotta take the rest of these straps off. That would probably be helpful. So let's just, let's take them all off, why don't we? Hopefully that doesn't fall on us, but it's the worst that could happen. Are there straps up here? There are. And I think I got one more at the end here, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, two more actually. Okay, there we go. Beautiful. Nice. Okay. Yeah, we just gotta watch turns. That's very long, those booms. So we just gotta watch turns there. I don't know exactly where I'm gonna put this yet. probably put it right in here. I think we still got some extra room. I still do have to unload that skid steer too. Got a lot of work to do. Yeah, we got room in here. We can unload probably everything and put it in here. Should have more than enough room. Probably back this right next to that. You know what? We're gonna do this. We're gonna back this next to that bat wing, or yeah, let's back it next to the bat wing on this side. Hopefully, it'll fit there, because we are gonna need the harvester. We do have a couple fields we're gonna have to harvest this fall. In a month or so, so I don't want to have to move stuff again. We're not going to need this till the spring, probably, so we're just going to back this in there. And that gives us more than enough room. Then we'll grab that solid fertilizer spreader, and we'll put that right next to the roller. Because again, we're not going to need that until probably close to the spring. Now this is going to be the sketchy one to get off, so I'm going to have to put the camera down for a minute, I think, and we're not dragging the frame, so we're good. Okay. It wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. So we're going to back this right next to the roller. That should actually be fine. Leave us a little room to get that roller out. We might need that this fall. Okay. So, now that we got that all done, that slurry tank I'm going to leave. We do need to get these machines off of here, these sensors. But, oh god, no. What I'm going to do is I'm going to actually leave the sensor on. We're going to go, the goal for today is get one field, if not two, knocked out with our soil samples, so we can send those off so we have an idea of what kind of soil we got. So we need to hook this bad boy up, because this is what we're going to do. This is what we're going to take out to the field. So we got that hooked up. I'm going to leave that sensor up there, I think. Hopefully that clears. It does. And we're going to head out to the field. Now, let me pull up the map here for myself, actually. So this is the field 381 that we're going to be tackling first today. Field 25, that's directly across the road, still does have soybean on it. So we're going to have to harvest that this coming fall, here in a month or so. But 381 doesn't have anything. It wasn't planted this year. So we're going to actually take soil samples of it now, while we are able to, and then we can go in and probably till that, because at some point that's going to have to get tilled between now and next fall, or next spring anyways, when we plant and do our personal first planting. But we'll get to that eventually. But you can see the soy just over there. You can see it. So we're going to start right here in this field. Now, I'll get out here and I'll kind of show you what this machine does. So we're going to unfold it. Actually, let's let me do the little unfold button there. And then we can get out and I'll show you exactly kind of what we're doing. There we go. So you can see on my screen here the radius in which this soil sample is going to work for. So if we get out, you can see this is essentially, it's lowered right now, but it's essentially just going to go down. It's going to take a soil sample, It's going to package that sample down here, and then it's going to store it so that we can collect them all and send them off to get analyzed at the lab. So we're going to go through. We'll do a couple here. We're going to get lined up. Now we're going to run... make sure that's raised. Yeah, okay. We're going to line up, and we're just going to go with what's north to south here. And we're going to find where this is going to kind of meet the edge. We're going to back it on up so that we can cover as much ground with as little samples, because each sample costs money to get processed, right? So we want to cover as much ground with as little samples. So we're going to lower this, and we're going to tell it to take a sample. It's going to go down, take a sample, come up, and then it's going to mark on our map where that sample was taken and the area that that sample is covering. Then we can go forward and position to take another sample. And we're going to end up doing this for the whole field. Actually, every field that we have, we're going to end up doing this for the entire field. That way we get a better look at you know, what the soil is, what kind of soil it is, what, you know, the nitrogen level, the pH value, all of that fun stuff of the soil is. That way we can have a better yield on our crop eventually. You know, it won't be this year, unfortunately, because nothing's planted here or really in the other fields, and nothing was done. But you know, eventually in, you know, next year and years to come, we're going to have a lot better yield. Let's sneak over a little because the field gets wider here. We're going to have a lot better yield because this was done, which is going to improve not only our profits, but the amount of grain we're able to produce. So we're going to go back and forth. We're about halfway through this line, or this row, and we're going to keep taking samples and just keep going. You can see that's Stroganoff over there, I believe. So we're going to not be able to do it on that field right now, but we're going to keep going. We're going to do this entire field and go through that. Okay, we just finished up that field. Actually, before I pull out, I'm going to fold this up. That way it doesn't get broken, because this is an expensive piece of equipment. Well, we just finished that field up. Sent the samples off to the lab for processing, so that should be back at some point. I don't know exactly how long it's going to take, but we should get that back at some point, which is good. Now, I do want to take a drive here. I know we started this vlog with taking a drive to some of the other fields, but I do want to take a drive back to a couple of the other ones that are actually behind me and up the hill here, because I don't know what's planted on them. Like I said, I kind of just got thrown into this, so I don't know what's planted, where it's planted, what's the stage of its planting, or its growth, I should say. I don't know anything about that. So we're going to put this and that sensor actually in the barn here. I'm going to take that off so I can move this truck. And then we're going to hop on the gator again and go take a drive up there, because I have no idea what's planted anywhere. So okay, I'm clear up front. So we're just gonna put this back here, kind of out of the way. There we go. And then I don't know exactly how we're going to be able to get up there. You know what? We're going to have to... We'll have to do the same thing they did when they put it on there. We'll have to use the forks. They kind of just put the forks between the weight there and lift lifted it up on there. So that's what we're going to have to do as well, probably. Oh, those ramps are a little sketchy there. Okay. We got to be careful because there are a lot of wires and sensors, and hopefully I'm reached enough. I don't know if I can actually. Hey, it looks like it's just far. Just too far. Okay, what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to come in with this bad boy. And just push it a little. Without hitting the truck, preferably. That might be enough right there. Oh, it's just too far. I don't want to there's no way I'm going to be able to hook it up. They had a longer reach. They had forks for a machine, so they had a little bit longer reach than I did here. Might be able to get it close enough where I can get the machine up here. We'll see though. That might just be what I have to do. I might have to manhandle it. They had longer forks. Fortunately, I don't. They had forks for 6300 series, so that's all right. I can manhandle it on, I think. I'm strong. It's okay. Kinda strong. We'll figure it out. So let's back this bad boy. I actually got it fairly close, or closer to where it was, so I might be able to get it semi hooked up. Let's see if we can't back this on here without losing it. Okay. Actually, oh, there we go. Now we're cooking. Beautiful. Now this is actually intended to go on the front of a tractor, so that's what it probably won't go on the front of this one because I don't plan on using this this front loader for much field work other than probably like cutting grass with the mower with the Batwing or hauling stuff like trailers. I plan on using this like, you know, farm stuff, you know, around the farm type stuff like this, like moving objects and implements. So it probably won't go on the front of this, but we do have other tractors that it can go on the front of. So that would be the plan. So we are done with this. Let's hop in the Gator here. It should be parked right over here. And let's run up to pull up the map here. I want to go check out fields 22, 23, and 24. As well as these three down here. Because I have yet to be to any of them. And I don't know what's planted. We know that soybean is planted here. We know that Stroham is planted here. But I have no idea what's planted in any of these. Which might be a little bit of an issue if we don't have the proper resources. So we're gonna take a ride. Let's go left first. There's only 3 fields left, and they're a little bit closer than the other ones. So we'll take we'll go this way. What's great about this this road is there's not a lot of traffic. I have yet to see like any cars come down here. Maybe 1 or 2, which is great. So we can just run implements all day and whatnot. And I also don't think they would, they wouldn't mind if we rolled out. There's a lot of rock on this road, so I don't think they would mind if we kind of rolled it. So there's one field. That's 24, I think. And then the other side of those trees, I think, is 23. So this does have stuff planted on it. We'll go up to the corner here. That does too. That looks like corn over there. What do we got? Soy? Yeah, so this is soybean. Okay, that's good. So we do have soybean planted there. That looks like corn. Actually, it's pretty tall corn too. Yeah, so we got corn planted there. All right. So we got soy and corn. Now we got to get around this field and go into the back of 24. So let's flip around here and we'll go this way. We'll cut in between the two right along that hedgerow. We got to go to the back of 24s and hit 23s. And see. Yeah, we'll cut down along this vegetation area where all these trees are. And we'll see what's back here. I can't really tell anything's actually planted. It's on the other side of these trees. Oh, watch that branch. And take my face out. So it looks like my my uncle only did soy. So this isn't planted. Okay. All right. So 23 isn't planted. So it looks like he mainly did soy, corn, and stroham, which is good because, I mean, it meets the equipment that he had. So that's good. It'll help us out. Ooh, dodging tree branches, trying not to take my face out. Okay. So now that we kind of know what's down here, we can go to the other side and we'll check that out too. I'm still getting used to this whole like area. I've never really been up this way. Actually never visited him while he was up here, so we'll go to the other side. There's like 4 or 5 fields I want to check out down there. And then we'll go from there. And they said hopefully by the end of the day they would have the information about this field and what kind of nutrients and soil types are in there. So that'll be good. We'll be able to start planning and processing what we're going to need to do for that field to get that optimal, and up to, perfection so we get the best yield possible. But until then, we'll continue to check these fields out, and I think we're actually going to, we'll see. We'll see what kind of time we got left here in the day. It is, it is lunchtime already, so I don't want to waste too much time just driving around. I do want to, we definitely have to check these out and keep them on the radar. That way we know when they're ready to harvest, if they're ready to harvest. Okay, so there is this field here. We'll actually go up. It gets closer to the road. There's this field here that's not planted, but it is just plowed. So, okay. So we don't have to worry about that this year. What do we got? There is a field just up here to our left. Like over this hill that is ours as well. It looks like it does have something in it. More soy? Potatoes. Oh. So that's an issue because we don't have any sort of potato equipment, and this is ready to go. This almost looks ready to go. I'm gonna have to check on this. We don't have any sort of potato equipment that I saw there. I wonder if, because he owned this field, I wonder if he contracted it out. We might have to rent some equipment for that. Because that's a large field, too. That's a huge field. Yeah, that's a huge field. Okay, let's go to 27s, which is right next to it here. Let's see what's playing on that. Yeah, we're gonna have to. I'm gonna have to make some phone calls about that one. He didn't tell me any of that, so I'm guessing he contracted that out. All right, here's 27s. Oh, what do we got here? Sugar beet. Oh no, that's not good either. We don't have any equipment for that. Doesn't look quite ready yet. It's still very green, so. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy. Okay, I got one more field here. That's still the same field back from back there. We got one more field up here to take a look at. We're gonna have to do some. We're gonna have to make some phone calls. I'm guessing because he has no equipment for any of this, for sugar beet or what was it, potatoes. He's got no, equipment for it. So I'm guessing he contracted it out to either the co-op or another farmer or whatever, and he just owned the land. But man, that ooh, yeah, that's gonna be a tricky one to do. Okay, we're gonna go back here. There's a field back here. Might have to put a road in. The field back here that he owns, it's not connected to either one of those up front. It looks like sunflower? Corn. Sunflower. Oh, that's nice. Okay. Well, we can handle sunflower. We got the ability to do that. Okay. Let's head back, and I'm going to make some phone calls to the co-op and the John Deere dealer and probably some of the neighbors to see what's going on with these fields and go from there, because I have no idea. And quite frankly, I'm getting nervous now. Those potatoes looked ready to go. Yeah. And then we got this. I'm surprised he didn't plant this field, but then again, he did kind of just up and quit, so. I came into it late August. It's now first day of September, so. I mean, he must have knew he was going to quit and just planted what he needed to kind of get by at this point, so. Anywho, yeah, we're gonna. Oh boy, getting nervous now. I'm gonna make some phone calls when we get back, and hopefully we can figure this out. I might just have to rent some equipment. I don't know what. I don't even know what a potato harvester looks like, to be honest with you, or a sugar beet harvester. No idea whatsoever. So. That ought to be very interesting and weird and probably fun, but I guess we'll find out. So, but the good news is the other ones are corn, soybean, sunflower, that type of stuff, which we do have the equipment for. He does have the equipment ready to go, and all we have to do is essentially harvest. Now, I did look into. I remember last episode or last video, I did mention that he had some workers for him. There are 5 workers that he has on the payroll that are essentially, they're around during the spring, during planting is what they said, and they're around during the fall for harvest and like tillage and stuff like that. So during the summer months here, they're not around. They're not, they're off doing other things, whatever. They're not working for him, or they weren't working for him. But they could be called in if needed, so we do have the ability to call those workers, and I am going to keep them on the books because there's no way I can handle this big of a farm, especially in planting season or harvesting season alone. There's just no way. But all right, I am going to go make some phone calls here and figure out what I can do about those potatoes and everything. So let me grab my cell phone. And where did I put those business cards? I put them on the fridge. There we go. Okay. I'm going to make some phone calls and figure this out. Okay. Well, I've spent like 2.5, 3 hours on the phone. I figured it out. So, what had happened here? Let me pull up the map here. So, what had happened? These are all our fields right here. What had happened is there's 3 fields, potentially 4, that he contracted out to the co-op to harvest. That's fields 26, 27, 384, and potentially 385. They're looking into it, whether or not they actually contracted this field or not. The problem is 26 and 384 are potatoes. 27 is sugar beet. Those are the type of crop they use, you know, in the co-op a lot. So they said, because, you know, they planted it this year, but they didn't have any expectation of coming out and harvesting it because the farm got sold, which means the contract got breached and there was some legality. I have no idea. So they didn't have any expectation of harvesting it and their schedule is full. However, what they did say is we could rent some equipment from them, and essentially harvest it ourselves, and then obviously we'll get the income based off those fields. So there's either that option, or they said we can just till it under and insurance will take care of it. I don't want to make an insurance claim in like the first, you know, month of owning this place. I don't feel like that's a good idea, and they'd probably drop me. So we're gonna go and rent that, but not tonight. It's already, as you can see, it's getting dark. So we're gonna go do some cleanup around here. But I also, actually, let me show you this while we're at it. I also did get back the information on the field we did over here, and actually they showed that they had information on all the fields, which is great. So I guess he had already done this, and we just didn't have copies of it. So we did this. We got the updated information, which is good. But it shows us here a lot of information. So it shows us where the sandy or the loomy sand is. So it looks like we got a vein running right through here. It shows us where the sandy loom is. So it looks like we got a couple veins, whatnot, which is good. Shows us where the regular loom is, and then we got this one little itsy bitsy spot of silty clay. So other than that, we have the information on all our fields, which is good. This is the interactive app that they have. So it shows us, you know, if we click on a field, it shows us, you know, the values and whatever. So the tillage value, nitrogen, pH value, all that fun stuff. So it helps us control. Currently, we're at a 50, environmental score of 56. Average between these is 53. So that's good. We're getting there. You know, it's progress at least. So that we're gonna be working on that. Usually actually this fall, and then into the spring and summer of next year. So we're gonna go and do some cleanup. I gotta park that trailer. I want to get that slurry tank in that other barn, but I don't know where I'm actually gonna be able to put it. I don't know. I don't think I have room over there, to be honest. Let's see if I have some room in here. I do, but I also don't. So we're not gonna do that. Let's try this barn. I could back it up. There's I've noticed there's a door back here similar to the other side, and there's no road, so we could back it up against that door if we really wanted to. Because yeah, there's not a whole lot of space in here. Yeah, let's just do that. We'll just back it up against this back door next to the harvesters. I almost wonder if this gator will be able to tow this. Oh, it's struggling, but it's doing it. It's struggling, but she's pulling her. Go, Gator, go. I have a feeling, though, as soon as I go to back this up, it's not going to go anywhere. All right. Let's see if we can. No, this is horrendously amazing. I'm impressed this Gator's got that much power, although it doesn't really want to turn her. There we go. There we go. She's working it. Okay. Make sure I don't hit that cart. I can't see it that well. Okay, we're just clear of it. And keep going. Plenty of room. Yep, nothing but room. I'm just gonna put it like dead center so I can still, because we're gonna need those grain carts too come the fall. I don't know how far back we are. I can't see with this thing. The Gator's so small I can't see around this. Okay, we got a little bit of room, not much though. That should be probably about good. Yeah, that'll be fine. Just kind of straighten her up a little. There we go. All right. That's that issue solved. Well, not really an issue. This fell off the jack stand, so we're gonna have to pry this bad boy. I'm mainly just looking to. Oh boy, it's so heavy. I mainly just I just got to get this off. That's all. Once I do that, that should be fine and release. There we go. So we do have two Bobcats on the farm. We do have this one that I brought from my landscaping company, and then obviously the New Holland that was already here that my uncle owned. So, I mean, it might be useful. I don't know where I'm gonna put this one though. I guess I'll just put it right here. Yeah, that's good. There we go. I do honestly prefer my Bobcat's faster than his New Holland, but his New Holland's got the super boom on it, so it can reach farther, and it's a lot smoother ride, to be honest with you. I think it's just all in the tracks and the how fast we're traveling. Okay, we're gonna close this up, and I'm gonna back this, so I'm not gonna back it in. Oh, I don't even know. Oh no. Oh, this trailer is so heavy for this. Okay. We're gonna have to hook the truck up. There's no way. We're gonna open that up. We'll park this here. That's gonna go back up to the house. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna pull the trailer like right over here. So we're gonna open this side up too. And the keys should be in these. I'm gonna have to fix the jack stand on this one. For some reason it fell and it broke it. So I'm just gonna have to fix it. Whatever, it's not a big deal. I'm used to fixing this trailer. It's an old trailer. It's the way things are. We're gonna back this in here. That way it doesn't fill up with water, even though I do have a tarp I could put on it. Just better if I don't have to keep putting it on and off. There we go. All right, and now I can grab... I think the keys are still in this. I think I just shut it off. And this can get parked back to where it was. And then at that point, the yard is kind of cleaned up and back to the way it was and kind of normal. Tell you, this trailer did come in handy though. straighten her up a little here. I don't use that dock much because this has ramps, so there's really no need for it. I was thinking earlier to back the to get those sprayers and everything off, just come up here, but it's got ramps, so let's, you know, why would you need to, right? Like, the way it is. Okay, before the sun kind of goes down, I do want to mow a little, but I want to take the brush hog here. So we're gonna undo the quick connect on the forks, and I want to take the brush hog and do some brush hogging, I guess is the way to put it. So we'll go over. It's just a quick connect, so we can do it all from the cab with the exception of the hose, which is fine. And I want to mow the back side of this here. And unfortunately, this doesn't have, like, the mower has a, you know, the house mower has a mulcher on it. This unfortunately doesn't, which is all right, I guess. It is what it is. So we are going to get some hay just laying around, which, again, whatever. It's a farm. Doesn't have to be perfect. I'm mainly just doing this to prevent, like, ticks and that sort of stuff. That's all. That's all I'm doing. And it does help the yard look nice and look clean and make it look like we take care of it. This is a nice little attachment, though. I'm glad that he has it. We'll probably use this. There's a couple field approaches that I've noticed are not the best and not ideal, especially for trucks and whatnot. You know, they barely work for the gator that we were taking around. So we'll probably use this with the bucket and this mower, this brush hog, to clean those up and make those nice. That way we can actually get in there, you know, easier and better and more efficiently for our operations. All right, let's just touch up the rest of this hill real quick. There we go. Oh, I missed the spot up here. We'll hit this. Okay. Yeah, that's a little bit better. Just, it was kind of annoying me a little. That's all. Nothing much. Eventually we'll get the bat wing out and mow some of that stuff, but I wanted to clean that up. That's all. But anyways, okay. Let's close up the shop here. We're not expecting any rain, so I'm just going to leave some stuff outside. Those trucks and whatnot. Not too worried about it. We got to go close this door over here. And then we'll call it for tonight. I'm gonna go make some more phone calls and whatnot. See if I can't, you know, plan a little bit more with the co-op about using some of that equipment and whatnot. So we will do that. Other than that, I think that's all for the vlog today. Well, we're kind of in that phase right now where I'm still figuring things out, still moving in, still getting used to like where everything is. So I apologize for not being the most riveting content, but I promise you, once harvest comes and once we get used to some stuff, you know, it'll be a lot better. Trust me. You screw the lights. We can just leave them on. It's all right. So I'm gonna go make some more phone calls. I appreciate you all tuning into this this video, and if you enjoyed, leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next episode. And hopefully, I got some more shit figured out. So, thank you all for tuning in, and we'll catch you in the next episode.